Morning, guys. I just thought I would hop on. I got a bunch of stuff kind of came in. Mail day stuff, all Shaqs. I did hit a local card shop and pick up a couple really low level Jordans kind of thing. So this is some cool stuff, but a lot of it is really unsexy card shopping, and you will see by the very first card. Very first card is a 1993 Upper Deck base. I had to get this because a little something, little dot of something in there with the top or with the penny sleeve. I had to get this because I had already picked up. It's always fun to go looking for parallels, but the way I like to put them in my binder is I like to have the base and then the parallel beside it. This is the electric quart, as you can see at the bottom there. Just an electric quart base. It's not the gold or anything like that. But sooner or later, I got all these gaps in my binder. I need to start picking up the base cards. So some very unsexy eBaying, but this is just a 93 Upper Deck base, but it gets paired with the electric quart, and that is the way I like to do it. Next, another 93. This is Topps base. It is going to get paired with the one I already had, the 93 Topps Gold, as you can see right there. They have the little insignia, Topps Gold, and then the player's name is also in like a foil as opposed to the light blue one there. That is the base. So we got those ones. These ones I picked up together. The seller had a whole bunch of just like regular Topps Gold and the bases and stuff, so it was like perfect. So I grabbed these, the Topps Gold and the base, filling in spots in the binder. I love it. I love it. I love it. Next is a collector's choice. This is a 1998, just the base card, because I already had the collector's reserve or choice reserve. So this is actually one of my favorite parallels. I believe, what were these? 1 in 12? I think these are like 1 in 12 packs for the choice reserve. And they're sleeped on. And for aesthetic looks, I absolutely love the 98 collector's choice. I think the pictures that they use are fantastic. I love just this shape. They got the border, but then they got the rounded corner there and there. And just the way they laid out the bottom, everything's super easy to read, which makes me sound like an old man and stuff. But I think it's a really, really nice looking set. It's clean, it's sharp, it just looks good. And this as a parallel is just fantastic. Like it almost is invisible. And if you look at it from the wrong direction, but then you catch it in the light and then the words start coming out and it's just, I love it. This marks like ticks every box in what I love in a parallel. So I'm very happy to have these two together. Next, I found a seller that had which one is this? This is the 95 collector's choice, the base and the players club. So you can see it, the base has just like a white border all around. Everything else is normal. The Players Club, which is a 1-for-1 pack. There's also a Players Club Platinum, which is like 1 in 35, but this is just the Players Club base. You can see the edges are silver instead of white, and then they have this nice silver foil Players Club insignia. And then if this was the Platinum, the outside edge is kind of a reflective silvery, and then this is like a hollow foil, and then underneath in really small letters it says platinum right underneath here. Very sharp looking. The platinums are also, one in a box hit kind of thing. So lots of players aren't too bad, but you get into Shaqs and then you get into Jordans and people want an absolute arm and a leg for the platinums. But it's one of my favorite, up there with my favorite parallels. I like it a lot. What do we got? And then we got some inserts. We have the 97 Flair Hardwood Leaders. Not a, not a ridiculous card to find. It came in series 1. It was 1 in 6 pack odds, but it is a 29 card insert set, which is very large. There's not too many. I think maybe, what are those called? Oh my God, I should write this stuff down because all of a sudden my brain is just, the ones, oh my God, never mind. Topps has one. They did them for a number of years with they have like 5 different categories, the rebounds and the points leaders and blah, blah, blah. They had them in baseball. They had them in basketball, whatever. I can't remember. Matrix? No, not Matrix. Good Lord. Anyways, 29 card set, 1 in 6 pack. It is Fleer. So it is a really, like, quite a thick card, probably at least a 50 point, about damn near twice as thick as any other cards. And then you get a thicker card, it's always edges and corners are always really hard to keep in really good shape. And they tend to dent. You tend to find them with like fingernail indentations and stuff. And this one is actually really, really clean. Obviously off center a little bit from left to right. But other than that, like it's really, really good. Like all the corners, the front and back are like quite sharp and stuff. So I was pretty happy to get this one in the shape that it came in. No finger indents or anything like that. So nice little one. I got in, and did that come from an auction? No, it didn't come from an auction. This one came out of an auction. The guy had a whole bunch of Shaq stuff. Some quite expensive, and then some really not expensive. And this one was on the non-expensive side. And to combine with shipping and stuff, I was trying to lay down on as many cards as I could. This was the cheapest card that I bought. 95 Fleer, center spotlight, series 1. It's a 1 in 18 pack pull, and it is a 6 card set. But I've said it in so many videos, this older stuff, the stuff from the 90s, everybody looks at the corners and the edges and whatever, but it's like, look at the foil. Check the foil will hide so many imperfections. And I was looking at this card and I was like, oh yeah, sweet. The center spotlights, they're acetate. It's not a big deal. Yeah. You can kind of just see it there. It's supposed to say Fleer, center spotlight up in the corner with like Fleer and I think the year too. And it is absolutely completely missing. So I broke my own number one rule when I'm looking at cards is to, obviously I like to check the corners and edges and everything else, but take a really good look at the foil, because you will find lots of cards with parts of letters missing or too much foil in one section and the A is all filled in instead of having the space in the middle, stuff like that. So I'm happy I only spent I think it was like $2 or something like that on this card, but it still pisses me off that I made a faux pas like that, because it is completely gone, completely worn off and gone. Anywho's, this is 1997. This is a Topps Finest. This is a base card, but if people know, they come in common, uncommon, and rare, and it was depending on the numbering. This is series 2, and it's up in the 300s. 307 to 326 is they come in the rare or the gold. It's the same thing, rare or gold, and these were only inserted. It's a base card, but I guess they'd be like a short print or a super short print. They're only 1 in 24 packs to get one of the players numbered 307 to 326, which Shaq is one of them. He's 309. But like Jordan, of course, Jordan would be up there. Any of the big name kind of guys at the time would be in this region. It did not come with the peel, but looking it over when it showed up, there is not a single scratch or anything on it. And they have these golds, the rares, have like a really nice shine, that isn't on the uncommons or the commons. So happy to pick that one up. This is a card I have actually wanted for quite a while and just never found one that I was happy to pull the trigger on, and this came out of that guy's auction, and I got it for a pretty good price, so I'm very happy to have. This is a Flair Anticipation, 1995, came out of Series 2. It is a box hit, 1 in 36 packs, and it was a 10-card set. There are some other pretty big names. There's Jordan in here that's, worth all, anytime you get Jordan stuff that's like a box hit, it's pretty crazy. And these Flairs, it was thicker like the Hardwood Leader. I think there's not quite as thick. That Hardwood Leader is actually really, really thick card. But these are embossed. I think you can see it, catch it in the light. It's all totally embossed. They're super nice looking card. Nice shine. With the embossing, it just makes things stand out a little bit better. And then this one also showed up in super good shape. Like the edges, the corners, everything is really, really nice on this card. And whatever, just being a guy that looks for the old stuff, when it showed up, this is the penny sleeve that it came out of. This right here just makes my heartbeat go up a little bit, because that card has been in this penny sleeve and in a top loader for a very, very long time for it to do that. So when I pulled it out, and I was like, I always like to put them in new penny sleeves and new top loaders and stuff, and I saw this penny sleeve and I was like, that is fantastic. I love it. I love seeing that. That card's been in there for a long time and never taken out, and it shows when you're looking at this card because it is in fantastic shape. Love it. Next, it came out of the same auction. This is a 1995 metal. This is the scoring magnet. The Jordan in this one is stupid expensive. This is a Series 2 8-card set. It was a 1 in 54 pack odds, which makes it one of the higher ones that I bought this round for this mail day. I do have one of these already, but this one is in this one's in a little bit better condition. And I was kind of I had a certain number of cards I wanted to try to buy out of that auction just to make sure that the combined shipping was low enough to just kind of make more sense. The more cards you buy, the better you're going to make out on shipping. So when I do find auctions of guys that have a bunch of stuff that I like in like the Philippines or even out of the States because of the global shipping program and stuff, that's what I try to pick out at least a few that'll help a lot to bring the price of the shipping down. But this card's really prone to chipping, as most 90s cards are. But the full foil front and everything, it's got a nice embossing. I like this. I like this card. I like the color that they got going on in the background and stuff. And like I said, I already had one, but this one is in better shape. So this is going to replace the one that I already have. I also found one of these that I quite like. This is the 95 Upper Deck Special Edition. It came out of just the regular Upper Deck set. And I guess like it would be not a parallel set, but it would be an insert set. But like for Series 1 and Series 2 combined, it's a 180 card insert set. 90 cards out of Series 1 and 90 cards out of Series 2, which is huge. Like for insert sets, I can't even, but the images are different and everything else, and they have a different numbering system on the back. So that's what it is. It's an insert set. I always kind of thought it was like more of a parallel, but then when you look at it, it's like, no, it's got different numbering and stuff. So it has to be, it's an insert set, but a huge one. It's 180 cards in the 95 Upper Deck. So this is the special edition, just base, or lots of people call it the silver, for obvious reasons. It's completely silver. And in that auction, the guy also had, this one's got stuff all over it, also had the gold. Now, buying these on eBay or looking at them is tricky because there are lots of guys with scans that don't really pick up a lot of the shine. Like the pictures are more of a dull color and stuff. The golds and the silvers look very much alike. Sometimes it is really hard to tell if because all it is the E's and the S's on the side are in gold, and then the player's name at the bottom, and then the special edition and the upper deck symbol. Like that's the stuff that's in gold. Everything else is silver and looks exactly the same, except for that. And man, when you look at it, beware if you are looking, because this is one of those cards that I don't know if people do it on purpose or it's complete just accident and I didn't mean any harm kind of thing. They call the special edition silver, they call it gold all the time, and they'll have one picture where you can't, oh my God, what? Please tell me this is still recording. And it is, where was I? It's very, very hard to tell. It, because you can't see the gold. It just looks like silver unless you can see the back. The back is where you will really tell the difference. And there are lots of guys online on eBay that have this picture. You can't tell with the gold if the gold is there or not, because just the angle or whatever, or it's kind of like in the dark, like, oh yeah, it's a gold. Oh yeah, it's like, well, yeah, tell me the difference. And they don't, and they only have one picture and they don't show the back, because the back is where you can really tell the most. The gold and the silver, obviously. But just going by the front, really tricky. Be very, very careful. Guys mislabel these all the damn time, and it pisses me off. And I really, half of them got to be on purpose. They're just trying to scam you. So if you're looking for the gold, because these were 1 per pack, and then these were TCDB lists the gold in Series 1 was 1 in 35 packs, and then Series 2 was 1 in 27 packs. But Beckett's has them listed at 1 in 35 for both Series 1 and Series 2. I had to go online. I looked around on eBay. I found some 95 upper deck packs, Series 1 and Series 2, and was able to read the odds. And it is actually a 1 in 35 pack pull if it's in Series 1, and it is a 1 in 27 pack pulls if it's in Series 2, which Shaq being number 147 is Series 2. So this was 1 in 27 packs, 1 for 1. A lot of rambling. Sorry, I'm just I got a bunch of stuff on the go and I'm just trying to squeeze in a video and whatever else. Anyways, just some Jordan stuff. Nothing crazy at all. This is the 96 Topps Finest. It's just one of the commons, but it is a Jordan. It is in great shape. It looks nicely centered and everything else. And it does have the protective coating on it, which I just love. I have a hard time skipping over Jordans, even if it's just a common base or whatever. If it looks really good and it has the protective coating on it, for whatever reason, I usually gotta buy them. So that was just a regular 1 for 1. And I did grab, because I just like the look of this card. I think it's really sharp. It is from a set called Upper Deck USA in 1996. And it is Jordan on the USA team. Pretty much the whole set is just the men's basketball team. And it had like 3 or 4. It wasn't a very big set. It would just had each player and then like 3 or 4 cards for every player. But they did have some inserts. And this is called the American Made. Michael Jordan American Made. There's also an Anthony Hardaway, like a Penny Hardaway American Made, and they each have 4 cards in the insert set, and they are 1 in 55 pack odds. So I kind of grabbed it because it was pretty cheap, and this came from a local card shop, and I talked with the owner one time, and I found out, because he does have like lots of this nice 90s stuff. And I was like, where do you get this 90s stuff? And he told me where he gets it from. So if I'm in there, if I'm close by, I'll stop in. And if he's got stuff, I buy it, because every one of them, all of his 90s stuff looks beautiful, looks freshly pack pulled. And there's a reason for that. It is all freshly pack pulled. That's as much as I'm going to get into it. So yeah, if he's got nice stuff, I get it, because they're all fresh. They're all pack pulled, like awesome stuff. And he's got Shaq, and he's got Jordan, and he's got Hardaway, and he's got, lots of Kobe's and Iversons and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I've always kind of liked the look of this card. It's only a 4-card set, so I might just chase the other 3 and kind of put this little set together. And yeah, 1 in 55 pack odds. Love it. Sounds good. And that's it. That was quick and dirty. Quick and dirty. It's 20 minutes, for God's sakes. Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of other stuff I got to do. It's a Sunday, and it's like noon, and my day is slowly slipping between my fingers, and I got a lot of stuff I need to get done today. So yeah, I don't know. That's a mail day. I got some other stuff kind of slowly trickling in, so hopefully I'll have another mail day in not too long. And that's about it. Take it easy. Peace.